Guys, so we back with another video. We back with another day fixing and rebuilding this Jeep Grand Cherokee. So you already know last night we left after painting the parts. So let's check it out first thing in the morning, make sure no bugs and stuff got on it. Then we can start working on that again. It's looking good. As you can see, it's looking fairly good. I ain't gonna cap to y'all. I got a little run spot a little bit over here. I ain't gonna act like it's 100% perfect. You see it right here on the corner. All right, so we got the new bolt right here, and I got a washer to go with it. The old one is still over here in the bag. The ones that I got yesterday, they didn't work, so here's the old one. The store that was recommended, and luckily they had them. So it's the right thread, it's the right strength, everything. So we should be good to go with this. So now I'm just about to go ahead and install the AC compressor, so we can start, you know, putting everything on the front end. Basically, I got one in now. I got this one in, but I got to tighten it up. This one was kind of bent, but they didn't have a replacement for it. So I'm gonna just try to rock with this one. And then I got to put the one in the far back there, as you can see right there at the top of my finger. You guys, so finally got this bad baby on. It took a while, but it's done. As you can see, it's bolted up real firm and nice. And I even got the connector on there. I got the AC hose back in order right there. So now I just got to put everything else in place. We gonna do the tensioner right here real quick. The big part is out the way, so we really moving right along. Hopefully everything else kind of goes smoothly. Now we just about to go ahead and do the tensioner real quick. Since we got super good access to it, we might as well knock it out. And I think after that, we can go ahead and start putting a radiator and everything else on. So the big part is done, bro. I'm so happy that's over it. So let's just keep going.
Replacing the tensioner pulley is super easy. I believe this one was a 14 millimeter. You just shoot it off, replace it. There's the part number if you happen to have a Grand Cherokee 2012. And you simply put the bolt back in, just tighten it back down, and you good.
All right, so we good with that. Got the tensioner on there. So now I'm actually gonna try to bend this out a little bit. So it's just this piece here and this piece here. I'm either gonna use a pole or I'm gonna use this because somebody is actually blocking my doorway, so I can't get my truck in here to just put the strap on it and just pull it. So gonna have to do some manual stuff and get it done that way. Ain't nothing wrong with it. We gotta do what we gotta do. So let's see if this works. Either go use a tire spoon or we go use a pole. So we about to make it work though.
So I'm basically using a tire spoon and kind of sticking it up under the core support to kind of pull it out, just because as you can see it's bent down some and we need to pull it up so I can get more clearance for the radiator.
So that worked a little bit, but it's not the most effective route. So we just go do that a little bit later. I'm literally just go pull it with the truck and a strap. But right now, I'm about to put the new belt on. So let's go ahead and do that. It should be fairly easy. We got the new tensioner on, so we should be good to go.
Replacing a serpentine belt is super easy, you guys. If you don't know how to do it, you can easily Google your engine diagram. This one is the V8, the 5.7 Hemi motor, so it was super easy to do. You will get a hang of it once you start doing them. This is the end result. I got it on there, so we
moving
straight
right along. So now we got everything on as far as the tensioner, the belt, the AC compressor. We got the AC line hooked up to the compressor. It does go on a condenser as well, but that's what we about to throw on next. So all the boxes right here, all the new parts we got, we about to go ahead and start throwing those on now. And we actually coming along today. Thing we go throw on is the new fan. Then we're gonna go to the radiator, then a condenser. And I think we should be good. So we gotta find a fan. I think that's the radiator. The fan is probably over here, this one right here. So let's grab that and put it on.
So we go start off by unboxing the brand new radiator. Go ahead and pull it up out of there. Now we gotta pop this pretty much tie down. We gotta pop that off so we can go ahead and get the new radiator up out of there. Usually it's a little piece on the side you can pull, but I just went on and cut it off just like that, super simple, so I can pull the new radiator up out of there. Now once I got it out of there, I kind of put it in the area on the car to where I can attach the fan to the back of it, so I can kind of slide it down on an angle to get it up in place. But it really didn't work out in my favor.
That the radiator and the fan wouldn't go in because it's actually not enough room to push the radiator up in the holding spots. So the mounting points, is 4 of them, 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top, and there's not enough room to get it in there level because obviously the top bar was bent down. So I went to the truck and I got another pole which goes to the end of the jack, the red one right here, and it didn't work. Then it dawned on me, why not use the pickle fork? It's just this little piece here that we gotta fix. Everything else is pretty much flush. These are the mounting points right here, one right there, and one right there, and one right here, and one right here. So basically it was hitting, you see how it was hitting right there? And then on this side too, it's really hitting on this side. Basically, I think I have to adjust the bar right there, pull it up, so then that way it can go under and it can sit in there. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So basically, I got it up as much as I can as of now. I really wish somebody wasn't parked in front of the door so I can just bring the truck in, but it is what it is. What I think it is, the reason why this mountain point dropped down some is because obviously it's a crease right here. So that difference in height is crushed right here. So basically I think I'm gonna have to zip this off and try to straighten it out. And there's a few right here, but I'm gonna try this one actually first. I'm gonna just disconnect these because this should actually lift this bar up, put it under, and then put it back. So that way tomorrow I can just pull this up at the same time as I pull this out.
Okay, so this is the second attempt trying to put this fan in place, and man, hopefully we can get it done this way. You see I'm trying to push it down after I lift up the piece on the core support, but it's still not working, bro. Like, I really just don't see what's going on.
All right, you guys, so this is what I got. I took the screws out and it actually worked. So I was able to lift it up and put the radiator in place, but it's still pushed back to where it's blocking the fan going all the way down. So basically it's getting hung up right here, and there's basically not enough room for me to pull it back. We need to put the strap on that thing and pull it forward just a little bit, maybe like a ½ inch to an inch, and then we should be able to drop that fan in there and put everything else together. But like I said, unfortunately somebody's blocking my door. They still haven't moved. I just checked it out, so we're not able to do it today, but we did make a lot of progress even though it was small. So
we about to get back to painting, baby. So last time, you know, we already painted the outside, well, actually the underbelly of the hood. So now we're going to flip it around so we can prepare ourselves to paint the top side. You already know we got to scuff up the panel. Make sure you scuff the whole thing up. Make sure you do it real good. Once you do that, we go ahead and wipe it down. You can use anything, but basically I go over it twice. I wipe it down with a regular paper towel, and then I wipe it down with some rubbing alcohol just to make sure everything. Then once I do that, I actually blow it off as well with some air just to make sure no debris is on there. Once that's clear, you go ahead and spray it with your primer. Make sure you cover the whole entire thing, and you already know 1-to-1 ratio of paint and reducer. And then the first thing you want to do is cut. So what that means is just spray the edges so you can make sure you got the edges covered, and then you start spraying the panel. Just go nice and smooth, be relaxed, you know what I'm saying, have fun. Don't be stiff, because you still kind of need to move around. You need to make sure you and the gun is kind of one, you know what I'm saying, y'all one together. So there you go right there. You just spraying it. Just make sure you're having fun. You don't have to go super crazy on the first coat because it's just not necessary.
After first coat, we're gonna wait 15 minutes to do the second coat, and another 15 minutes, do the third coat, then 15 minutes again, and then we're gonna start applying the clear.
So you heard the man. So after doing all the base coats, I'm doing my first layer of clear coat right here. So basically it's the same go around. You make sure you go around the whole panel and you cut first. You spray the edges first. Then once you spray the edges, you can go ahead and start tackling the whole entire panel. Make sure you being smooth, being fluent. Make sure you mix the clear correctly. Make sure you put the filter in the gun before you add the liquid into the gun. And just make sure you have fun at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, it's just paint, it's just clear. You can start over, but you know, we don't want to start over. We don't want to go over it, but sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. That's how you learn, you know what I'm saying? So it's not that big of a deal. So once you get done with that, we can go ahead and wait 30 minutes. Yes, this time it's 30 minutes. Once that 30 minutes pass, we go ahead and tackle our bumper. So this is the bumper right here. I'm doing the same exact thing. I cut first, and then I go ahead and tackle the whole panel. So basically, this is the first layer of clear also on the front bumper. I'm super excited to see how they come out. This is my first time spraying in this building, which is my own building. So I'm super excited. I can't wait to see how it come out. So right now, this is the first layer of clear. It's pretty much drying. You got to let it dry for 30 minutes in between each. At least that's what it say on the back of the bottle, and at least that's what I was taught. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. So right now it's looking pretty good. You can see me waving at y'all. What up, though? So we could go ahead and walk over to the hood. Now it looked like it's like kind of stripes or whatever in there, but I think that's the reflection of the light, or like the ceiling above. I think that's the beams. So I'm not really sure, but in real life, it looked like it's busting. So we could go ahead and tackle the final coat of clear. And as you can see, I'm moving, having fun. It's fluid. You can look at the lines. You make sure you overlap your lines at all times, because if you don't, you're just going to ruin the whole thing. You got to start over, but that's how you learn. Mistakes is cool over here, bro. That's how we learn. So once again, we just go over the whole panel, make sure you cover all the area, and we good to go.
Alright, you guys, so we good to go. I just did the final coat of clear. Now we just gotta let it dry. I'm emptying out the air compressor now so I can leave. So pretty much I'm gonna end this video on this note. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do the mechanical work today, but we still did some work. We still made some progress. So make sure you stay tuned tomorrow for the next video to follow up to see how we go get everything else done on the Jeep.